Hi guys, it's Saneth here again. I'm the traveling mom boss. As you guys know, I love to travel on a budget. Today's video is going to be all about 6 ways to travel on a budget while you're in Paris. As you guys may know, I'm traveling in Paris right now. We're here for 1 month and I've learned so much that I want to share with you guys. I want to share with you guys my free guide on how to travel on a budget. Make sure you click that link in the description so you can get access to that guide as soon as possible. So the first tip I want to share with you guys is all about food. As you guys know, I love to eat when I'm traveling. I love to eat great foods, and the best way to get great foods is to go travel around and eat the foods from local peoples or from the country or city or wherever you're visiting. So the great thing about Paris is they have this thing called Plat du jour. So Plat du jour is basically the meal of the day. So many different restaurants has plat du jour, and it can vary to be one meal that's a special for the day. It can be something like steak with mashed potatoes and salad, or it can be an appetizer, an entree, and dessert. You also have the option of choosing an appetizer and an entree, or an entree and a dessert. So I always go with all three. So depending on the restaurant you go to, there might be a different price for having 3 courses or 2 courses. I usually try to pick the restaurants that has the plat du jour where you get 2 to 3 courses. You can pay anywhere between 14 to 15 euros. About 25 euros. This is the max I would pay. I would recommend spending that much if it's a great restaurant. If you read the reviews and it's saying this restaurant has about 4.5 to 5 stars with over 200 reviews, then I would definitely pay that much because usually the food is amazing. The second way to travel Paris on a budget is to do free activities. So I do a lot of walking tours. I'm always walking around the city. I usually try to get information about each district to see what's special about it so I can go on a walking tour and find the different landmarks that I've seen in Google or wherever and try to go visit those places. So you can read some information about the specific location and then go visit and have a first-hand experience of what they're talking about in your research. You can also share it with your family if you're traveling with your family. I'm traveling with my 2 kids, so I love to get research about the location we're going to visit so that I can share it with them when we get there. It makes it more exciting for them and myself to see what I've been reading. You can also visit a park in your neighborhood. You can also speak to locals in your neighborhood or even people at the grocery store or the pastry shop close by. You can get some information from them about free activities to do in the neighborhood, or you can simply go on Google and search for free activities to do in Paris. The third way to save money when you're traveling in Paris is to take public transportation. So in Paris, it costs 1.90 euro to travel from all throughout Paris. You do have to be going in one direction with that fare, but it's really cheap. It's 1.90 euro. In New York City, it's $2.75. So I think that's a great deal because you can go from one side of Paris all the way to the other side of Paris. You can even go outside of Paris once that train line or the bus is going in that direction that you're going to. The fourth way to save money when traveling in Paris that I always recommend is to cook. Yes, you can eat out, but why not cook? You can get recipes online. You can find many different type of French recipes or even ask your Airbnb or anyone in the hotel you're staying at for a name of a particular dish and you can cook it. You can also cook your favorite foods while you're in your Airbnb, or if you're in an apartment style hotel, you can cook. That's a great way to save, and it's a great way to also find different types of foods at your local grocery store. That's going to be much cheaper than eating out. The fifth way to save money when traveling in Paris is to book your accommodation for 1 month. I always talk about Airbnb because this is the website I use to book my accommodations. And I learned that booking an accommodation for 1 month usually gives you about a 40 to 60% savings than booking for at a daily rate or a weekly rate or even bi-weekly rate. So most Airbnb in Paris are about $100 and above per night. So if you think about it, $100 times 30 or 28 days plus the Airbnb fees, service fees, cleaning fees, and whatever other fees they want to put in there. That is a lot of money. So I recommend booking an Airbnb for an entire month because you can get a 50% saving. So for an Airbnb, that would be a total of, let's say, $5,500. It can come out to be $2,700 or less than that. So I always recommend, it doesn't matter where you go, book an Airbnb for 1 month and you will get a 40 to 60% savings. The final tip for saving money in Paris is to make sure that you have your euros before you get to Paris. So there's many different ways you can get the money before you get here. You can go to your bank, you can call your bank to see if they provide different types of money. I know that my bank does, TD Bank. There's also many other banks that does this, but try to get the money before you come to the country so that you don't have to worry about the conversion fees. And if you do have to use an ATM or however, make sure you do research on the place that you can go to where there might not be any type of additional fees that you can avoid. You can also get an account with Capital One 360 because with this card, when you're making purchases, you don't have to pay conversion fees. So if you choose to use your card, you can, but in Paris, there's lots of places that does not accept cards, so you do want to make sure you have cash when you visit Paris. So as I said, make sure you get the most affordable conversion rate and do your research before you actually go to the place to get your money. You guys, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in my next video.